Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm part of the sales team here at Fromm Packaging Systems Canada.
I'm Adam, and I'm part of our service team.
And today we're here in our brand new warehouse showcasing the new PC-1000. The PC-1000 is a perfect example of a product that can secure and brace your package. The paper itself is proprietary to Fromm, and it's made of recycled content, and it can be recycled in your normal waste stream, and it's going to help your company with its green initiative and help get away from those single-use plastics. It's also designed to help with the box downsizing trend, which is also going to help you save on your freight. So it's a crumpled paper that's going to use less material to achieve a stronger securement. So Adam, why don't you show us how this works?
The machine is available with a variety of different accessories, one of them being a tabletop stand, which allows you to pivot and swivel the machine. So when we set up the machine, we can swivel around the back
I like
to
that.
load the paper, or in user mode, the front of the machine is facing you. When you turn the machine on, you're greeted with a nice display screen. The machine will check itself as it turns on, and it knows that we need to load the paper. So it shows us how to do that. You can pull the paper directly from the box into the back of the machine. The patented trifold paper goes into the back, and as you're pushing, the machine will take it out of your hands
Oh, that's pretty easy.
and loads itself. Now you're ready to go. When the machine is ready, we have a few different modes that it can be in. So right now we are in an on-demand mode. The screen is very easily laid out where it shows the number of pieces of paper you're going to dispense and the length of the paper it will dispense. Down at the bottom here is the density of the paper that we're going to dispense. So let's try one on the lightest setting at 24 inches.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So what's it look like if it's on a heavier setting?
So if we go to the higher density,
Oh yeah, you can see the difference.
you can
for
clearly
sure.
see that the crumple ratio is different between the two pieces.
So where would you use a light gauge compared to a heavier gauge?
A lighter gauge paper is going to be used in void filling applications where you're just trying to occupy the space in your box around your product.
That makes sense.
The heavier density crumple would be used in more of a protective application where you're trying to better protect the product.
I like that. I gotta try this thing. This looks fun. You know, the surprising part is pretty quiet too. I like that.
Absolutely. One of the nice things is that it is so quiet and the footprint of it is so small, it can be placed in any packing station, any warehouse, and it's not disruptive to the rest of anybody around them.
It's actually surprisingly strong as well. That's awesome.
Exactly.
So Adam, what about this machine makes it safe and easy to use? It looks kind of intimidating.
So one of the excellent safety features that we've done here is there is no cutting blade inside the machine. It uses the rollers inside to separate the paper along the perforations. So there's no possible way that you can put your hand in here and be injured.
That's excellent. I like that.
One of the other ways that we achieve the quietness inside here is everything inside the machine is sound deadened.
Oh, look at that, eh?
Any door that you open for accessibility also has a safety switch tied to it, so that when a door is open, the machine cannot be used. If there ever was an emergency, the emergency button is nice, big, easy access to stop the machine instantly.
It's pretty big and red, pretty noticeable. Now, we were making 24-inch pieces here. What's the smallest piece that we can make, and what's the biggest piece that we can make?
The smallest piece that we could go down to would be 6 inches,
Okay.
right? And that's what that would look like. Pretty small piece. You would use this between objects in a box to help them from contacting each
So
other.
maybe like those coffee cups for something fragile.
Exactly. One of the other interesting features on here, about the biggest piece you can go, is that there is a gas pedal button here. As long as you're holding that button, you're going to be dispensing paper.
All right, I get to press this one. Oh yeah, look at that. So why don't you show us how to package a box here? I see that we've got some coffee mugs over here. We've got some other items over here. Walk me through it. I'm a new guy. I'm trying to learn how to use this thing.
So
Let's get rid of some of this stuff here.
let's say for a heavier metal object, like these aluminum plates, what we can do is use sort of a basketing system, and you can see that I've used the higher density crumple in there. So there's a nice pillow on the bottom, and then when we place our objects in, all of this extra can be folded around the top to completely encapsulate the package.
Yeah, that works
And it's
really well.
securely held in place, doesn't move at all in the box.
You know what I like about it is if you use some of those other pillows, the plastic pillows, these are pretty heavy. That might actually pop those plastic pillows. You don't have to worry about that with the paper.
Absolutely.
All right, so what if you were going to do something like those mugs that we have over there? Everybody can relate to that. You know, you've got a 3PL and you're sending out fragile, sensitive materials. Or hey, if I take this home with me one day and I want to help move across the country, what would I be doing over there?
Exactly. So if you're going to pack mugs like this, what you want to use is a kind of a blocking and bracing technique. So we can place our mugs into the box, and then you can see that we have some nice round areas where we could put a roll of the paper to help stabilize everything.
Okay.
So what we do, we want one for either side. So we dispense a roll it up, which gives it some good column strength. Because we're packing two objects and we don't want them to touch, we can leave a little tail.
Oh, that works out really well.
Tuck these into the corners of the box. So now you can see we're not moving side to side. We're locked into the bottom. We're probably going to want one more piece on the top to keep them from going up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
For that, we could use a lighter density crumple because we're not looking at as much protection anymore.
Okay.
That could be folded, and again, secure in your box. You're not moving around at all.
So it's really protection and it's void filling at the same time.
Absolutely.
So I think we have one more object over there. That's my favorite Fromm product. That's our battery-powered strapping tools for plastic strap.
Absolutely.
Show us what we got here.
So this is a P329S tool, which normally comes packed in a nice foam case, but somebody lost the foam. So what we've done here is set up a program to dispense the pads in the proper order for packaging the box. So we have two cushions on the bottom at 8 inches, and then 3 24-inch pieces to be packed around the tool.
Okay.
If you were packing multiple tools in this configuration, we can set a program on the machine to dispense those in that order multiple times.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Right? So like I said, there's a few different modes on here. Once we get into the modes, we have an automatic mode, on-demand mode, a scanner, and a silo. So those are all the functions that work within the Fromm group of products.
All right.
The thing that I was talking to you about is a program. So once we go onto a program, you can see that we have 4 different available options. Program 1 has been set up. to do a tool just like this. So it dispenses my first 8-inch piece, and it waits until I take the piece to dispense the next one.
That's very smart. I like that a lot.
So I have my first 2 pieces on the bottom. Now it's going to dispense 3 of my blocking pieces.
This would be great for 3PLs that have multiple different products, so you have 4 different settings.
Absolutely. You can do multiple different products with multiple different densities, all set in one program, in one machine.
Or if you have different size boxes.
Absolutely. So now we're packed all the way around it, and we can go back and start the program over again to pack the next tool.
That's brilliant. So Adam, what other modes and configurations do we have on the PC-1000?
So you can see that we've got 4 different modes listed across the top here.
Mm-hmm.
In automatic mode, it's going to dispense the number of papers that you've set automatically, one after the other until it's done its cycle. In on-demand mode is what we were in when we packed the boxes originally. It will dispense the number of pads as you take them. So it doesn't dispense the next pad until you've taken the first one.
Okay.
In the scan mode, it will work with the Fromm SmartFill scanner, which scans the void in your box and then tells you how much paper pad you need to fill the space.
I've seen that. That thing's brilliant. So what other accessories are available?
So this machine can go in a variety of different configurations. This is obviously the tabletop stand.
Mm-hmm.
There is a standalone stand so that the machine can be mobile throughout the warehouse and everything is contained within that stand. If you want to keep your packing table completely clear and get the machine out of the way, we can also mount this machine under your table and accessorize it with a chute that actually delivers the paper up through the table or past the end of the table so that there's nothing on your surface.
That's really cool. I like that. Nice clean workspace, shoots it right up. Again, I like that a lot.
Absolutely.
So just to recap, Adam, what are some of the benefits of this PC-1000 that we have here today?
In the configuration that it's in, makes it very easy to load, very easy to maneuver amongst operators.
Small footprint.
Absolutely incredibly small footprint. This touch screen here is mounted to the front of the machine, but we can mount that anywhere on your packing station if you wanted to have the machine out of the way. You can go up on the side. It could even go on your shelf if you wanted to. Safety features are all over this machine. You can't get your hand anywhere in here without the machine knowing about it and it turning off.
No, it's a great machine. It's really unique, and again, it does a great job when it comes to protecting and void filling. It's great natural placement for foam, film pads, your single-use plastics as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you are packaging on a regular basis, the PC-1000 is a must-have in your operation.
One of the other things that we have with Fromm Packaging Canada is our service department. If you have one of these machines and if you ever do need service, we're always close to you. We're a phone call away, and we have very excellent response times to any of your service needs.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to take the time to thank everybody for watching here today. Again, if you have an interest in some of our products, please give us a call and reach out to your local representative. Bye.